Welcome back to another podcast. My name is Seth, and this is No Sugared, No Cream podcast. And we got another good one for you. Just started a couple minutes late. And Tim's will join me here in a second. Went fairly smooth. We didn't have the craziness that happened last week. As you can tell by the title of that podcast, which was clever, and I can't think of it right now. But that's how my brain works. It just doesn't like to work. Tim.
Yes. Well, Instagram doesn't seem to be cooperating.
Well, because Facebook owns it. No. Wait. We love Facebook. We love Facebook.
We're on TikTok.
Zuckerberg.
TikTok
We love
is
it. TikTok. So we go live on a few different things. You can watch it on TikTok. You get a little different view there on there. You don't get the mics. You get more of the sound in the background. As long as we're doing it correct. I mean, we got the mics right in our face and Facebook and YouTube. Guys, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe on Facebook. We're also on Spotify and Apple. But we're live on Facebook. And another 40 followers on our Facebook page. And we go live right from our Facebook page. But please share the podcast, like it, and share it with your friends. And please feel free to comment. Maybe there's something you want us to talk about. You got a question. We'll answer to the best of our ability, or we will make up an answer. Next away to Cookie Crumbles. Today is Tuesday. Today's election. Hope you got out and voted. I had a little hiccup because I just moved here and I just missed out on the signing up. So I'm a useless American today, and I should be flogged and beaten. Flogged and beaten. Tim's like, I volunteer to give flogging and beating. Goodness, my Dallas Cowboys aren't doing too hot right now. Lost Sunday, and then what do you know? The quarterback Dax got hurt during the game, and he could be out for several weeks, possibly 4 weeks, I guess. I haven't heard the latest on that, but that's what it sounds like. But you know what? The backup quarterback Cooper Rush, I think his name is. Cooper Rush, I think. Right. He's pretty good, and he did a decent job. I mean, we still lost the game, but they still scored another touchdown there after Dax was out, and he man, what a couple years ago when Dax was out, I think he won like 3 or 4 games in a row. So he's a decent quarterback. So we don't all isn't lost. I think we just traded for I gotta cancel this. I had a phone call coming in. Well, I guess I have.
And now the special guest arrives.
Yes, special guest, Mr. Tim. Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome, good sir.
And we are live on Instagram now. I fixed it.
And you are not sitting there though in the chair. That looks kind of funny. It's
Bob's on vacation again.
Bob, get to it, Bob. Tim sat down, but he did not sit down on the camera. It looks like it's possibly frozen. Oh, this is wait. It went to. Maybe it's active now. It was just in a black. Well, maybe it does anyways. But
okay, now I'm on. Man, how many minutes in do we finally get it figured
out? Why is it
out?
not showing you up there?
Well, it's showing me there. I don't know why it's not showing you there.
That's weird.
I'm on and on the where it counts.
That doesn't make any sense.
Are you moving?
Yeah, I am. But it shows that you're not even sitting there. So you're invisible.
I am
screen,
invisible.
Sir.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the main one there. So
it's showing it there.
If you see us on Facebook, please give us a thumbs up or something. We'd be very appreciative. Tim, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
How's it going?
Just going great.
That's good to hear. I was just talking about the Cowboys sucking it up. They overhear on the sideline Dax mouthing, "We suck." And it got picked up by everybody, by news and everything. Like, we suck. I'm like, oh, man. But they only lost by a touchdown. But still, I mean, but you still lost. They're what?
You know,
3 and
I mean,
4.
I normally don't watch the NFL, but since you've been living with me and you love the NFL,
I
and
do.
so
I'm NFL.
you know, and you have it on, you have the games on, and I will take a break from my, you know, grit and grind of working on music all the time, and I'll walk down there and see what's going on. And I've caught some wonderful plays just by walking around the corner, just as they're transpiring. And the one was the Commanders got the best highlight reel for the next 20 years. Clock expiring. This was like last week, not this past week. And catching the ball in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? I saw the Pacers, or not the Pacers. I always confuse the sports. Indianapolis Colts guy tapping his helmet.
Yes.
And my buddy Jimmy, who's a huge Colts fan, he told me that the reason he gave is that he was tired.
I was tired.
I'm tired.
I'm just exhausted, guys.
I can't go on.
This game really goes for 4 quarters. He did the Joe Biden
I'm making
thing.
millions of dollars, but I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Oh. So
somebody give me an energy drink.
Yeah, so interesting stuff. And then, of course, this is Tuesday. So last night was Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm determined that, and I'm planning on living at least another 30 years, but Patrick Holmes, you know, the Kansas City Chiefs are not going to lose another game in my lifetime. Lifetime.
They will lose before the end of the season. I call it now.
They will not lose.
They lost
in my lifetime
last night to a team that was 3-3.
It's going to be 2067.
The game winning,
and we're going to be saying,
so
the Chiefs haven't lost a game yet. Patrick Mahomes is going to get bionic arms and bionic legs.
Is that my old man voice? Wait, or your old man voice?
So you're calling it that they're going to lose before the season is over, or in the
before the end of the season?
But they won't lose in the playoffs. Do you think they'll repeat?
They could possibly repeat.
No, I saw an article that said that they're built for the regular season, but come playoffs, there are teams that could beat them. I don't know enough about NFL to know about that, but they sure seem.
They said the same thing the last 2 years. They won the Super Bowl the last 2 years. And then there's that one Bucks game that they played against Troy. It was them, right? Yeah, they played the one where Bucks won the Super Bowl, and they got destroyed in that one. The Bucks,
because they had Tom Brady.
Tom Brady was whooping up, and then you got all the ring chasers come to play with Tom Brady.
The only thing is, I'm a huge Tom Brady fan, and I'm so angry that his ex-wife is already pregnant with her next boyfriend.
That's your jury. Your baby.
I got. Well, there is that. Yes, I mean, I think if she's going to leave Tom, she needed to come with me. But you know, there is that. But
your second choice. So you're saying there's a chance?
But Tom Brady isn't a very good color commentator. I mean, maybe he'll get better, but he's so dry. He's just not very good.
He's. I mean, he just started. But yeah, we'll see.
Where's he from? Because he sounds like a Midwestern guy. Like I'm from the Midwest, so I know. He sounds like he's a Minnesota guy. The way the way he talks, his manners. Where's he originally from?
You know, I do not know. I didn't bring my iPad in today to Google it. Bob?
You know, I hope that our sound is working. I've got my headphones here, but
nothing to plug it into.
Yeah.
we could be live in North Korea for all I know. That's who knows what happened. We're out there. Hello, North Korea.
So I just want to make an announcement.
Announcement.
The election is today, the U.S. election, and the world is watching it, not just the U.S. There are people on pins and needles and who's going to win, but I am quite confident that no matter who wins,
going to win.
No, I'm going to make a political statement here. No matter who wins, God is still in control. God is still on the throne in heaven.
Amen.
So that's my, I guess, political, religious statement for the thing. And today is a men's Bible study. We're talking about GRIT. The acronym today in today's men's Bible study is for men, so encouraging men.
So women, cover your ears.
Was GRIT. See if I can remember what the acronym stands for. To go for your goals, to be motivated. GRIT is G is go get them.
Go get them.
Go get them.
Which is 2 words, right?
R is
rascally rabbit.
Doggone it! Now is not giving up, but I can't remember the word.
I gotta give you up.
I is intentionality. Y, focus on the Y, and T is tenacity.
So just the one letter has 2 words. No, it works. It works perfectly. It works.
No, I presented this so horribly because I don't even remember what the R stands for, but it means not giving up. Resilience. That's it. Resilience. I got it.
Resilience. That was
I got it. Resilience
of you, Tim. You're doing it perfect.
So go get them.
Any better?
Go get them. Go get them. Whatever your goals are, go get them. Charge at them. 2, resilience. Almost forgot it after I remembered it. Remember the Y, intentionality. Remember the Y. And T, tenacity.
I can barely remember what GOAT stands for.
So GRIT, for all of you that are looking to achieve something, it doesn't have to be just for women. Can actually use the GRIT thing too. I don't think it's limited to men. That was sarcasm. Don't write us letters.
Somebody clip that.
Cut that out. Yes, cut that out of the replay. Bob, cut that part out.
Oh, no, I was going to say more.
Misogynistic. I'm being misogynistic. So.
Yes, sirree. Well, yeah. And no big deal that there's 2 words for the first letter. That's just there's an asterisk.
Go get them. No, it's 1 word. You combine it. Go get them.
Go get them.
Go get them.
Go get them.
It's in the dictionary. Go get them.
You sure about that? You sure about that? Funny stuff.
Because I don't know, GRIT. I said I was gritting it out. I don't know. Oh, when I was talking about coming out from my, focusing on my stuff, taking a break of gritting it out, and so I thought that would be an opportunity to bring up the GRIT acronym.
Yes, sir.
Go for it.
Go for it. Gopher. Oh, there's got to be a good gopher acronym.
Okay, so now is the time for our message from our sponsor.
Yes,
the Tim Wolf artist, because this is the Tim Wolf studio. So here are the couple messages. Are you okay with that, Seth?
Yes, I am patiently waiting.
Okay, so we have the lyric book, which is going to be for sale on Black Friday. It's a 160-page illustrated full-color book from all the original songs on the album Castle Builder Cards.
Did you say coloring book?
Did I may have said coloring book.
No.
Full color.
Full color. So you don't need to color in it. It's already colored.
It's already colored. This is not the after. This is the before picture. This is what you will get. It's not after you have colored it in. And then you have the Castle Build of Cards themed playing cards.
We would not recommend building a castle out of these cards. They're not going to be very stable per se.
Yeah, it'll be a castle build of cards is what it'll be.
And
that's not stable.
That's true.
And
so no coloring book.
No coloring book. That next time.
Next.
That's an idea for Black Friday 2025. I was right. Not too soon to be thinking about Black Friday 2025. Yeah. And so let's see. I got songs coming out. I just had my next song coming out is The Old Man Down by the River. So today I went to do some video for some promotion. and it went down to a river. It's probably more of a creek close to our house. And I loaded up my camera and my tripod and my backpack, and I walked there. It's about a mile away, and I get there, and my tripod had fallen out of my backpack, and it come unzipped. And I quickly walked back, and it couldn't have been more than a half hour. It was gone. Somebody stole my tripod.
I'm scared. That was very aggressive.
Well, they needed it more than me, I guess. So I grabbed another one. Good thing I have more than one.
Luckily, they didn't get your guerrilla movement. You would have got snatched it back so fast. Hey,
so old man down by the river did some videoing today. Pretty excited about that. Standing next to the creek.
Did the old man know you were videotaping him?
No. It was all secretive.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so and then
That's
I've got a Thanksgiving song. They're Christmas songs. People release Christmas songs, but people normally don't release Thanksgiving songs. And why shouldn't they? It's just as important as Christmas. It's important to be thankful. And my song is Every Day is Thanksgiving, and it's coming out November 22nd. So it'll be 2 weeks after Old Man Down by the River. Old Man Down by the River is coming out this Friday. And then 2 weeks after that will be Every Day is Christmas. Every Day is Christmas. Every Day is Thanksgiving. And then
Thanksgiving.
And then
turkey
after that,
corn.
the first Friday after Thanksgiving, it's my instrumental Joy to the World. Everyone knows Joy to the World. And it's an instrumental. Rocky version. Electric guitars, fuzz, distorted guitars. Joy to the World. It's instrumental. And then the last song of the year. Whew! I made a goal at the beginning of the year to do a song every 2 weeks. That's 26 songs. That's a lot of songs to get done. And we're just finishing up. I recorded all of it yesterday and sent it off to Taylor, who's my engineer, does a phenomenal job. He's going to mix it probably this week, I think. And that'll be December 13th. That's called Old Wish. So that's a summation of my music release schedule for the rest of this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Tim Wolf, the sponsor of this podcast. Please listen to all his music or else.
Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Yeah.
Appreciate you listening and watching and subscribing. Yeah. Did I just stutter?
So what else? What other topics? What else you got?
What else? What else is there? Well, Thanksgiving's around the corner. And then, Christmas is going to be here before you know it. And we're going on the cruise, and I'm going on a few cruises, and I might even go on a couple more with my brother. He was inviting me to go. He's supposed to get back with me today and let me know how much it would be to join him on 2 more cruises right before we go on the cruise with my parents.
Yeah.
We're going to cruise with my parents, and then all year you'll be there for the next cruise, which is the Christmas cruise. I think it's an 8-day cruise. And
is it 8? I
think so.
I thought it was 7, but it could be 8. Out of Miami, yeah,
maybe 7. But then the New Year's cruise after that, and then we're gonna spend a few days there in Miami, and then fly back. And so I'm looking forward to it. It's been long enough since I've had a cruise that I'm kind of looking forward to it again.
It's only been a month. How do you possibly stand it?
I don't know. Just nothing but funness, huh? Oh, I was trying to. It was just going.
This is an antique table.
It's an antique table. Please do not put any cups on this table. I know none of you out there is ever going to see this table or touch this table in person, but don't you ever think about putting a cup on it? Don't you think about it? Bad things will happen to you. Bad things.
Do you know where the ports are? But you don't care. You don't care what the ports are on those other cruises. You don't care. You do it for. You want the
Cozumel
cruise.
is my favorite port.
What is
Cozumel?
it?
Cozumel, which I'd like to live there for a little while sometime. It'd be fun. Dude, like everything's there, you got your movies. They'll play movies in English even. And then you got your Starbucks and all your different American stuff.
So in other words,
there.
it's an Americanized Mexican
but it's
place.
still like completely. I mean, you got people trying to sell you stuff left and right, and that whole kind of feel, but not like aggressively annoying. Like, come with me now, or I mean,
all the stops you've been off, and I know you don't go off at every one, but where have they been the most aggressive for trying to sell you stuff?
I think the one that I always avoid was like one of the Bahama Islands.
I think Jamaica's
Jamaica,
worst.
right?
Jamaica. That's not Bahamas. That's not. But that's Caribbean. You mean Caribbean islands?
Caribbean.
Yeah, Jamaica's the worst, in my opinion. Your dad told me. I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
Without looking, do I trust myself? Oh, I got it.
I think it happened to me.
Success. Use the coaster.
Success. Anyhow, I think it happened to me somewhat, but they'll take you somewhere and have you charge a price, and then they tell you it's round trip. But once they get you there, they say, "Oh no, it's one way, and to get back it costs double what you already paid." Jamaica is famous for that. They don't care. They think that it's rich Americans. They can afford it.
They can afford it. They have the money. I got the cash. They got the time. We don't got the time. You gotta be back on the ship by 4 p.m. or they leave without you. You don't want to be a cruise runner. I've seen the videos. You don't want to be
Have you ever seen a port runner in person?
Yeah, a little bit. Nothing like too crazy, I guess. Like just maybe a little
and
bit.
Describe what that is for those who may not know.
They're late. They're usually half an hour late, and once you're half an hour late is when they're definitely leaving. Even if they'll run.
I thought really they'll wait 10 minutes for you.
No, half an hour. They leave. Say they got to be back at 4. They leave at 4:30. So they'll leave early a lot of times if everybody's already back on the ship. I've seen them leave right at like.
Oh, so the time they tell you, they really add a half hour to it.
Yeah. But you're supposed to be back. But I mean, you can still get consequences for being even just a minute late, probably.
I mean, like if they say 4 and they were going to leave at 4:30, if you're at 4:01, there's consequences. You mean?
There could be. I mean, well, say if you're regularly doing it, there's a people that I remember I was watching a video where like 3 or 4 times there was this couple that I think they locked them in their rooms and threw away the key.
Yeah, because. Everything costs money, right? I mean, I'm sure they got to pay by the hour to dock there.
Yeah, it's probably going to cost them port fees. Yeah,
I mean, there's the big ships now. What 3,000-4,000 people, and there's been videos of people that were left behind, and they're complaining that they think the ship should have waited, but a plane doesn't wait for you. If the plane, how many times? I mean, it's happened to me a handful of times. You get up there and you're running. It's late, but you're hoping the plane is delayed. But they know they're not going to hold it for you. I mean, sometimes they do. If you're connecting, they do. They may connect it, but you can't rely on that. And if you walk up there,
it cracks me up the people that go on TV like they didn't wait for us.
I know
you look so stupid. You're the one.
Yeah. So why do people think? Why do people think ships will wait?
Yeah.
When they don't expect. Nobody would expect a plane to wait.
It's the American condition. It's called entitlement.
Yeah. And there's only like at most on a plane like 150 or 200. There's 3,000-4,000 on the biggest one of the Titan of the Sea. What's the big one called? Something of the Seas by Norwegian Wood. No, what is it? What's the name of Caribbean? What's the one with the biggest?
Royal Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Norwegian Wood.
Norwegian of the Seas.
It's like 7,000 people.
Yeah. Their newest one. Yeah,
7,500. I think
they have 2 of them that are like that size. I think. One's maybe slightly bigger than the
Spirit
other.
of the Seas or something like that, or something of the Seas.
There's a sea in there. They're confused.
There's a sea in there.
Guys, you're in the ocean.
Of the seas.
Guys, you're in the ocean. Why are you saying sea? You're in the ocean, guys. You should be saying of the ocean, not of the seas. Come on. No,
come on, man.
You do go through sea, so. Yeah. I forget the name. I'm not so good with names and such.
Right.
What was I gonna say something. It must have not been important. Stay tuned to see what Seth forgets next time on Adventures in No Sugar, No Cream. Yay! Yeah, my brain's a little empty. I had a nap. Was a little stressed. Got just a little bit of a bad day. But just coming through it, pulling through for you guys, doing the thing.
Resilience, tenacity.
Go
Tuesday. Go get it.
It's Tuesday.
The remembering the intentionality, remembering the why.
What's he talking about? I don't know. What's he saying?
I'm just incorporating grit into the acronym GRIT.
His lips are moving, but he's just not saying anything. That's from a movie. Oh, from a funny movie. No, is it from? Okay. Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about an upcoming event that's going to be on net. Are you done with your subject?
No, go ahead.
Let's talk about a really interesting event that's going to be on Netflix. Is it November 15th?
Yes.
It's not even pay-per-view. It's just if you have Netflix, you can watch it.
Pay for Netflix?
But if you just your normal subscription.
Normal
and
subscription.
It's Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson, who's like 60 now?
58, I think.
And but I've seen videos of him. He's still a machine. They were supposed to fight earlier this year, but Mike Tyson got sick. But he fully recovered, so he was fine to go. He just got sick. I mean, you don't want to fight when you're sick, and it was bad enough where he didn't want to fight.
So I'm really curious what's going to happen here now. Jake Paul,
be interesting.
Jake Paul he's
got a lot of muscle on him. He's young,
pretty decent.
He's decent. He's just lost one fight, and that was by a really good boxer, and that was not a big loss. Like he even knocked down the guy once. The guy never even knocked him down.
I mean, he wouldn't be as famous if he wasn't a big YouTuber. I mean, he's just like a mid-road. He's really just a mid-road boxer, I think. I mean, he's not challenging for the world championship, although that is one of his goals.
Yeah,
he wants to be world champion in his weight class, but he's a ways away from there.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
now.
so he's ways away from that.
Most of these guys have been boxing since they were kids. You know?
And so
he definitely started behind, but he's dedicated to it.
He is dedicated. It's his number one thing. So it's interesting. It could go either way. Jake Paul could demolish the old man. The old man could demolish Jake Paul. Even though he's 58, the old country song, I may not be as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. Is that how it goes?
It's got to be Mike Tyson's last fight. I know I thought about going to it. The tickets are definitely higher priced.
How much are they?
I mean, you're paying. If you want to be down on the floor, sitting somewhere, it's going to be well over. It's going to be $1,000.
See, that's where the fame
$3,+100.
And some say
and that Tyson. I mean, these two big names.
Jake Paul. Jake Paul has, kind of revolutionized boxing.
He's
not revolutionized.
He's helped it come back.
Regenerated.
He's got it. They've got more eyes on it, and it started with just some random YouTubers fighting some other random YouTubers. Kind of started bringing it back, and then one of them challenged Jake Paul. He said Jake Paul or Logan Paul, any of the Pauls, is what he said after he won a fight, and that helped bring back got Logan even more popular doing that. And he fought against the same guy, KSI, twice, and they ended up doing the whole prime drink that really competes with the Gatorade, and then also not to be confused with the energy drink, which is not marketed for kids. That's 18 and up. That's an energy drink, and people have tried to come for it. Oh my gosh, anything you get so popular, especially on YouTube, everybody's trying to cancel you for this or that. Okay, it happens quite a bit.
No,
if you're on top, people come for you.
Jake has been he's controversial.
Well, no, I'm talking about Logan.
Logan. Both of them, they're not lily white. I mean, they've pushed the limits a bit. Wouldn't you have to say that?
Well, yeah, but I'm not. But their drink has nothing to do with. I'm talking about just their drink.
So I'm saying if you're on top, okay. I'm challenging your comment. You said that just because you're on top, they're coming for you. There's a little bit of extra energy coming for those guys because of the arrogance and when they were younger.
Well, they're coming from Mr. Beast too, and Mr. Beast is one of the nicest
guys
Mr.
in the Beast.
World.
No, they're not coming from Mr. They're coming from Mr. Beast just because he's on top. He's the nicest guy. He has never really done anything wrong that I know.
And they're trying to find anything and everything, and the people are literally lying about it, and they're doing it with because there's two products, and they're trying to say that, oh, this energy drink you're trying to give to kids. No, it's marketed for adults. The Prime hydration drink, that's the one that's like kids can drink that one. That one's that's like a Gatorade, and it doesn't have as much like sugar, I don't think, as Gatorade. And then they don't taste too bad. The energy drinks are pretty decent. Maybe some of them are a little bit sweet for me. I don't have a big sweet tooth when it comes to some things, but they came out with a new product that the Lunchables, their own version of a Lunchable, and they called it Lunchly. And they did that with Mr. Beach. So it has a Prime drink and a chocolate little bar, and then they're doing like either the little pizzas.
Oh, so you're saying the Pauls are doing something in cooperation with Mr.
Paul
Beast?
and KSI, those are the ones that do Prime. They're collaborating with Mr. Beast and doing Lunchly, which is going, and people are trying to even come for that. Well, somebody found some moldy cheese in it, which it's going to happen. Something like that. It's going to happen. But one person finds it and everybody's flipping out, but I guess, and, well, the thing is that didn't ever happen with the other one because it wasn't real cheese that we got when we were kids in the Lunchables. It's like this more of some kind of fat. It's a different cheese. It's not 100% cheese or whatever. They're using 100% cheese. So I guess more chance of them probably getting some mold in there, but I mean, that still shouldn't happen. But I mean, it's a brand new product though, too. But who knows what the environment,
food safety. I was in the food industry, and one piece of cheese, it's a big deal. I mean, a recall.
But that's
now,
still going to happen. But it's not like it's like hundreds.
You can't have the attitude that it is just going to happen. It
I'm
doesn't
like one doesn't mean that all of them have it.
Granted,
right?
Agreed with you. Agree.
But
if they find it,
there hasn't been any recall.
Good.
Yeah.
I would like to see him succeed. I mean,
yeah. I still never tried the chocolate. We got to try the chocolate sometime. We should try that on the podcast.
Yeah, great idea.
In fact, he redid the recipe for it, and you can find it anywhere.
Okay, you order some. We'll do it on the next podcast. Yeah. Or let's do it on. This is number 18. Let's do it on number 20 to celebrate number 20.
Yeah.
How about that?
And then we'll have to
compare
it with your chocolate. That chocolate you introduced me for is like, oh my goodness.
I don't remember. Oh yeah, Lindt's. Yeah.
Oh, so good. I've never tasted chocolate so good.
The story there is so Swiss chocolates, European chocolates is made considerably differently than American chocolates. And one in Chicago, I don't know if you know the O'Hare Airport. If you're downtown Chicago and you're taking a taxi, you're in a business trip and you're taking a taxi to get to O'Hare Airport, it probably could take you close to an hour, depending on the traffic. And so one time I was in Chicago for business and trying to get a taxi, and there was only one taxi, and we're both and we're standing at a hotel, I believe, if I remember. And there were two of us there, a businessman and myself. He was wearing a suit. And we were both going to O'Hare, and one of us said to the other, "You want to share the taxi?" I don't remember who recommended it. We said, "Sure." So we had an hour ride to get to O'Hare, and we started sharing our story. And this man was European, and he was in charge of the U.S. operation for Lindt chocolates, Lindt, Lindt. You can get them in Walgreens. They have them there. And he told me the whole story, and he was a bit, Europeans can be a little snobby towards Americans because they think they do things better in some regards. And they're also in awe of us in some ways. So they have a love-hate kind of, a lot of Europeans do. And he made fun of American chocolates like Hershey. And he said the process to make them is radically different. And to see if I can remember it. For example, if you make, I may get this backwards. He said it was the opposite.
The Oompa Loompas, right?
Loompa.
You got to have the Oompa Loompas make it?
I've never seen that movie.
You never seen
He said the opposite. So we're looking at.
I was just checking the time.
I remember he said it was the opposite of olive oil. I believe if I got it, olive oil, when you crush olive oil, you virgin olive oil has only been screened once, if I remember right. That's virgin olive oil. And then the more times you screen it, the lower quality it is. Pretty sure that's what it was. But he said chocolate's the opposite. You have to screen it over. The more times you screen it, you refine it. Or the vice versa. Is the best olive oil that you screen it numerous times? The story, it's been 15 years since I heard this story. So I just remember
chocolate, right?
What's that?
He ended up sending you chocolate, right?
And he did. He sent me this huge care package. We exchanged cards, and he sent me this huge care package box of Lindt chocolates. And oh my gosh, they're just the best chocolate. And he said, American chocolate is not even chocolate compared to Swiss chocolate. And you agreed. I got some for you, gave it to you, and you were blown away. It's just really, really good chocolate. And it's just different. The process is different. He said Hershey's, because probably if you think of the most famous American brand, Hershey's probably, right? I mean, they even have a town named after it. Hershey, Pennsylvania. That's where they're located. The town, you're pretty big when the town is named after your company, so that's where Hershey's from. And they own Reese's. They own a whole bunch of brands. And I think they're probably owned by some big food conglomerate now. But he also made the comment, he said, in Europe, we'll just have one piece and it's a specialty, whereas Americans sit down in these huge bars. You eat these in, maybe the big bars that are like that big. He said, we don't have that in Europe because nobody eats that much chocolate in one sitting. And I'm like, guilty. So he had a bit of disdain, but yet he was in charge of the American, the American branch of Lindt chocolate. They had come to the U.S. because they wanted to sell their chocolate in the U.S. And they're available in Walgreens and probably other places. I've seen them. And they were up I believe it was in New England. I think New Hampshire, I think they were located is where they made their plant. And fascinating story. He was a nice guy, even though he had disdain for American taste of chocolate, but he was a nice guy. I mean, he sent me an entire huge box of chocolate free of charge. And I guess it paid off for him because now I'm the ambassador for Lindt chocolate.
Lindt chocolate, not sponsored, but we appreciate it. Tastes good. Yeah, this is the best chocolate I've ever had. So I'd like to. They redid I guess the recipe was okay for the first time they came out, but
you're talking about Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast chocolate. They redid it. They redid the chocolate, and it's supposed to be even better now. They redid the recipes for the three. I think it's like 3 different ones. So,
how's Mr. Beast hamburgers going?
He ended up having to sue them because he was suing them for quality control.
Suing his supplier.
His own company that was handling.
So what did he do? He contracted a company to handle it for him.
Yeah, and then since it was just basically using they're using they're a bunch of different restaurants. It's hard to have
quality control. So did he stop it? Does he still do it?
I don't know what happened with that. They might have, but he was trying to just shut it down.
Yeah, so. If you don't have the infrastructure control, it's going to be awfully hard.
Yeah,
something like that. I think
so big, so quick. I mean, you got to just kind of let them be kind of autonomous, and I think people should understand that too. But he didn't want to have it come back on him.
Well, and they're very expensive. I ordered it one time while you were during the time when you were not living here. I remember I ordered it. There was a period of time when the house was empty. Ashley, my roommate, had moved out, and before he moved in, the solo time, the alone time that I had for about 5 months, whatever it was, 3 months. I don't remember how many months it was. Anyway, during that time, I ordered Mr. Beast hamburgers, and they're like $10 for one. But I guess I don't order hamburgers from McDonald's anymore. I don't order fast food.
You can barely buy a burger from McDonald's now for less than $10.
Well, you used to be able to order a cheeseburger for $1. They used to have $1. I mean, what's more? What are they now?
I mean, probably the cheapest probably about $2.50 for a little single.
2.5 times?
Yeah.
Inflation isn't that bad.
That's kind of worse. That's what it was practically before inflation. No, I think inflation was, didn't they say it went like 15-20% inflation? It was ridiculous. Anyways, I don't want to think about it. But yeah, groceries definitely the cost of what they did. They just kept the price the same and they changed the ounces. is what they did a lot.
Well, yeah, like my buddy Jimmy, he's got 3 kids And his boys, he says, what they can eat, they're teenage boys, and what they can eat, the volume of food that they can put
I'd
down.
be feeding my kids a lot of spaghetti.
And he said he goes to McDonald's and 2 boys and his daughter and wife and him. It's $60-$70.
Yeah, you can basically sit down in a restaurant. Like you just take out somewhere. It would be about as close. I can go get a Chili's. They have like 3 for like $11.99. You can get chips and salsa, a drink, and a burger, a nice half-pound burger
and,
with fries.
Talk about inflationary
$12.
things. Talking about inflationary and another. So again, at the men's Bible study, one of the guys who's become my friend, he drove his truck today and he just had to do some errands, I guess. And the first time I'd seen his truck, nice pickup truck, but the side is he said a Amazon driver ran into the side of it, and it's it's like you can tell he kind of sideswiped it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not bothering it functionality, but it kind of scraped along the side, and it's dented in. You can't buff it out. It won't buff out.
Yeah.
And
were you able to get?
Well, he said this is the part that blows me away. He said every place he's taken it to, and he must not have insurance. Yeah, that must be the thing. I think the key point, he didn't have insurance.
Was it hit and run?
These are good questions. Maybe he got paid the money and he's just pocketing it. But here's the point. He said the quotes he's gotten, and it was just the back panel and then some of the door on the one side. He said quotes he's gotten has been as high as $20,000, which is more than the value of the truck.
I'm like, go buy yourself a new used vehicle. Or 2, or me, that would be 7 new used
He said,
vehicles.
and he said, maybe this is a Nashville thing, but he said they're so backed up, they don't need your business, they don't care, and they only want insurance business because they can jack that price up and insurance pay it. So for some reason, it's not insurance, and I'll have to ask him next time why. Maybe the guy didn't have insurance, or maybe it was a hit and run. We didn't get into that. He was just telling me how expensive it was. The cost to fix it was more than the value of the truck, and it wasn't that significant of a damage. Now the only thing is, he's a realtor, and he said, so I can't use this to take people to go look at houses. Wouldn't be a good look. When you go take people to look at houses, you gotta have a nice, pristine, clean car, that you're taking them around.
I recommend the Porsche.
So you can't have a truck that's looks like it's been sideswiped, even though it's completely functional. So he said it's taken off the list. I can't use that vehicle for taking prospective customers out. But other than that, it works fine, So, and he said he just hasn't opted to fix it because to fix it costs more than the truck. So you're right. Yeah, you could probably go and get a new truck, but that's just, there's something wrong with that. And the world has changed. I mean, I don't know if the demarcation point is the 2020 COVID, but that's the demarcation in my head. Pre-2020 COVID and post-2020 COVID are like 2 different worlds. We're in an alternative universe. Did you see the movie Everything Everywhere?
No, I still haven't watched it.
Yeah, alternative universes. So my buddy Jimmy, one of his good friends who I haven't met yet, but I want to meet him. This guy is Henderson, and he's got 2 physics degrees. He's a super intelligent guy, highly educated guy, PhDs, 2 physics PhDs, 2 of them. Super intelligent guy. And he says, as real as this coffee cup,
idiot,
there are alternative universes do exist. And Jimmy always says he's an idiot. But
wow, is that what this degree got him?
But that's what, and he gets angry because he said it's proven fact by physics. I don't know, so
what kind of fact?
So we incorporate it into our conversations all the time. In an alternative universe, like Jimmy said, in an alternative universe, the Colts, because he's a long-suffering Colts fan, the Colts have won every game because he's their coach.
In an alternative universe, this is why I don't really feel bad for that guy that got his vehicle sideswept. My vehicle wasn't stolen.
There you go, an alternative universe. Yeah.
I'm gonna go get there and steal my vehicle for myself. Wait, maybe that's what happened to my vehicle. Somebody came from a different universe, me, and stole my vehicle.
That could have been what happened.
Seth, you come back here from Earth 003 and bring back my vehicle.
In an alternative universe, Natalie Martinez is my wife.
In an alternative universe, I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I went blank.
You got nothing?
I went blank. You know, I'm going to stick to this universe. I'm struggling with. I could barely get the things right in this universe. I don't need to be messing up any other universes. But you know, I'd say that's about it, guys, for us today, guys.
Thank you so much.
Any final words, Tim?
No, I always enjoy this time.
Final word. Oh yeah, I said words. I didn't say word. No, go ahead.
Always enjoy doing this podcast with you, nephew.
I appreciate you, Tim.
And we thank you for watching us, whether you're watching it live or you're watching us on replay. And we're trying to, you know, branch out. We have merch. We have we're not wearing the merch today, but we have No Sugar No Cream.
You have to tell them us.
Yeah. Well, I'm wearing Tim Wolf merch, but and you're wearing Nashville merch.
Nashville. Not sponsored.
But you know, we're growing, and we appreciate you guys growing with us, and we're having a blast, and we're going to keep doing this. And
so we will see you next time. Please like our video. Please share it on Facebook. Share it with your friends so they get a chance to also check out our craziness on this wonderful podcast of No Sugar, No Cream. Guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye. Bye.
okay, we're still
Bye.